Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, the Twilight Princess. Medivh apparently is going to retry this whole explaining the storyline of the Kingdom Hearts series in 2 minutes or less thing.
Now that I'm not distracted with another.
Now he's not distracted. So, Medivh, go ahead and start.
Alright, so way back in Kingdom Hearts Key, which was a mobile game, it was basically the telling of before the Keyblade War, and your protagonist goes through going through their shit, eventually becomes Keyblade Master, but it ultimately shows the Master of Master and his apprentice who has Xehanort's Keyblade, and it's basically watch everything. So what ends up happening is Xehanort or Luxu, whoever the fuck it is, wants to see what happens at the end of all things. So the Keyblade War happens, and as a result, Kingdom Hearts is summoned, but almost all the Keyblade Masters are killed off in doing so. Eventually, it goes through that
Oh, crap.
Luxu passes on his Keyblade to the next person to continue watching, and eventually it comes to Xehanort. But he's like, nah, I want to see this properly. I want to see this end. So he goes and he starts a convoluted plan to create Kingdom Hearts, like the actual Kingdom Hearts again, by forging the X key to unlock it. And in doing so, that has Terra, Ventus, and Aqua, 3 playable characters in one of the DS games, go through shenanigans and save hearts, save princesses, all that shit. Eventually, Aqua gets lost in darkness, Ventus loses his heart, and Terra gets Norded. He becomes the first one to sort of become one of the 13 darknesses, but he's also one of the lights. But he sets forth the things for Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, where it's both his Heartless and Nobody who are working to assemble Kingdom Hearts to continue the plan. And Xehanort's like, yeah, I'm just doing my thing. I just want to cause trouble. And the thing with Sora is that he's not officially chosen. He was never bestowed a Keyblade, but his heart is just so big that he connects to everyone. So he wants to be taken by the darkness. The lights want to keep him on hand because he can keep them all connected and safe. And he's just like, I just want to help people. And we don't really know, well, I'm sure some people know what's going to happen in Kingdom Hearts 3, but long story short, Sora, he's not the best master. He's not the best anything. He's not even a master. He's just a kid who's trying to do the right thing. And everyone's like, hey, we want you on our side. And he's just like, can't we all just get along? And they're like, no. That's basically it right now.
So I've got bad news for you.
Oh?
That was 3 minutes.
Oh. Well, I'm sure if I removed my pauses, it would have been better.
Quite possibly.
3 minutes is a hell of a lot better than 20.
No, 3 minutes is... Well, yeah, but keep in mind, we also went into more detail than you did.
Yeah, well, he said... It did say summarize, didn't it?
Well, yeah, but... yes, yeah. I mean, look, you weren't wrong. We went into, like, okay, what's the whole, like, where did they go? What is the point of Kingdom Hearts itself? Like, you know... We went into more of those details in our 20-minute long... sorry, not 20 minutes long. She took, like, 20 minutes. Together, we took, like, an hour to explain all the games thus far.
Yeah, but the thing is, we don't know what Kingdom Hearts is, so we can't really explain what its purpose is either.
Well, supposedly... Now, keep in mind, this is... So, fair statement here. I played Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and Chain of Memories, and that is all I played. I was meaning to play the other ones and just kind of never gotten around to it.
Yeah.
So, supposedly, some of the Kingdom Hearts games do actually explain what Kingdom Hearts is. Like, there's supposed to be 3 of them, supposedly. One is like the Heart of All Worlds.
Yeah, that's from 1.
And then the one from 2 was supposed to be, like... I don't actually know the exact details of what that was supposed to be.
From 2, it was supposed to be, like, the heart of everything, or the heart of all people. because it was forged from hearts without a body that essentially Keyblade wielders would release when they destroyed a Heartless. But the thing is, before Kingdom Hearts, there were no before Kingdom Hearts, which one was it?
I know it's just before 1 that the Heartless come about.
Yeah, it was because of Ansem's experiments. Like, there were...
not Ansem, Xehanort.
No, Ansem. Xehanort
I thought Xehanort was the one that actually did it, though.
No. The actual Ansem did testing and trials, but Xehanort eventually, after seeing how they were made, decided, hey, I'm going to take your name, I'm going to take your research, and I'm going to do it my way.
Oh, I was under the impression, just from the Ansem reports from 2, that Ansem realized what he was doing, completely shut it down because he realized that it was not good, and then Xehanort's the one that actually did it.
Yeah, he had actually had some successful trials making artificial Heartless, but he didn't sacrifice people to make it.
I thought all Heartless was artificial. Apparently I missed something.
No. The ones that Xehanort specifically created, he branded, but ones that were formed from just free-floating hearts, those ones are natural Heartless. But the thing is, it used to be there were so many Keyblade wielders that free-floating hearts would automatically be, well, not automatically, but they wouldn't have time to coalesce into a Heartless because they'd immediately be sealed and sent to Kingdom Hearts with a Keyblade.
Yeah, I really should, with a month left to go before the game comes out, I really should get around to actually, playing them.
Like, if you notice, every time you defeat a Heartless with your Keyblade...
the heart goes up.
Yeah, but if you look carefully, if Donald or Goofy does it, a heart doesn't come out of them.
I swear I noticed that, but I don't know if I actually paid attention.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like little things like that. And that's just because of how the Keyblade works. And Keyblades aren't actually individual.
This is bad. Okay.
All Keyblades come from the progenitor of Keyblades, which was ironically called the Keyblade, which... No, but key is in X, the Greek symbol for key.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So some people just call it the X-Blade, but if you're actually speaking Greek phonetics, it's key, as in K-I. And that was like the original Keyblade, and all Keyblades that come after it are essentially cheap copies of it. And so when you got guys like Xehanort, who's like, I want to recreate the Keyblade, and to do that he had to have a perfect balance of light and dark, because you can't have one without the other.
I'm so glad I came up with this strategy, by the way.
Yeah, it's a pretty good
This makes this room so much nicer.
But yeah, it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, I need to go and actually do it. The ones that I actually have to do, I'm gonna skip.
You need to play Dream Drop Disc.
See, I heard that, like, I need to play it, and I need to play Birth by Sleep, but I heard that Dream Drop Distance was just bad.
It's not bad, it's just people don't like one of the ways that it goes about doing things. Because the drop system will randomly swap your character out. So, like, at times you'll be playing by Sora, and then after your timer fills up, you'll drop over and become Riku. And it just alternates between the two.
Not really sure how I feel about that, to be honest.
That's the #1 reason why a lot of people didn't like it.
I mean, it can't possibly be Chain of Memories bad.
No, it's not nearly that bad. People just didn't like it because they didn't like being able to be like, okay, I want to play the game as this character for now. I don't want to be forced to do it.
You know, it's rooms like this that remind me how much I hate that there's no hit feedback system in this game. I mean, like, there's no rumble, there's no screen shake. Link just slightly, like, goes red, and that's it. That's your only indication that you got hit.
He a thick boy. He takes those hits like a champ.
Takes it on the chin. Yep.
Hey, Link, we hear you like that good blue goo.
Yeah, like, I would... Part of me was thinking about, like, just spending the time and trying to, you know, complete the games prior to 3 coming out. But even if I started today, which I don't have the time to because I'm leaving town in 2 days, even if I started today and began to record and complete the games, did not go for 100% completion, just went for, you know, storyline completion, I couldn't do it before the game comes out.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're gonna play them, my suggestion would be to play, whatever the fuck, the one with Terra, Ventus, and
Birth
Terra.
by Sleep.
Yeah. Birth by Sleep, 1, Chain of Memories.
Well, I've already completed Kingdom Hearts 1 so many times that I was thinking about trying to do a speed run of it, and I just learned that I'm not that good. But
I'm just listing off the basic order.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to actually bother about 358 over 2.
Yeah, that one would be after Chain of Memories.
Yep.
Then 2, and then 3 whenever it comes.
I forget,
well,
when does Recoded kick in?
Recoded? I think that's slightly after 2.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, before... It's either slightly before... No. Yeah, it's just after 2, but before A Dream Drop Distance.
Oh, hello. I need that. Crap. Okay.
And then, let's see here.
Oh, I got it. Okay, is there
And
any
the only
more?
reason you want to play those ones is because it will give you the loose approximation of the story.
Okay, there's a reason that I'm doing this. I have a reason. And the reason...
Fairy, 'cause there's another fairy coming up in the next room.
Not a fairy. Better than that. Oh, crap! Not a fairy. This.
You mean the gold shoe that...
That I didn't get to in time. Damn it. I didn't realize there were this many purple shoes in this room.
You gotta look up higher, my man.
I did. I looked in the ceiling. That's how I saw the gold one. But the purple ones blend in.
Yep.
The ceiling to this room is, The ceiling to this room is dark.
If you had just shot the gold one while it was still on the wall...
Then I would have had to get down here fast enough before the puddle went away.
Yeah.
Well, there was a black shoe on the ground already. I thought that was the only one in the room. That the other ones were, like, red or something. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It just means I get the 8 hearts now instead of later. But I would prefer to have the 8 hearts later.
That's fair.
Damn, I could have used that golden shoe.
There'll be others, probably, more than likely.
I don't think there is another chew room. I think this was the only one. Unless there's another one after I died last time.
Meanwhile, I continue playing Phantasy Star Online 2, which is only in Japanese.
The only one I played was, I think it was called, like, Blueburst, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
So,
that was the remake. Well, not remake, but that was the GameCube version that was modified to run on computer.
and I played in the beta on that and got some asshole players fucked me over. And, so I was a brand new player. The servers had only been up for a couple of days at the point where I played. And, I was one of the beta players. And, and this was back when betas actually meant something.
Yeah, I remember when I beta tested Final Fantasy 11. It was great. They gave me a hard drive for my PS2.
Yeah, I didn't get into 11 that early, but... So again, this is back when betas actually meant something for the people who know betas as pre-order bonuses. This is back when betas were something you had to fight to get in, so that way you knew what a game was before the game came out.
They were also free.
Yeah, or they paid you.
Yeah. It was a great time.
Yeah. God damn it. So, you know, big deal, right? So, I was playing Phantasy Star online, and I played with a group, and we went and did some, oh, I was actually expecting someone to be there. We went and did some dungeon, got some drops, and then some guy, what am I looking for? Why am I not considered to be done yet? Do I still have... Oh, I have one on me. Okay. And some guy was like, what's the thing that you have? Is the mag? Is that it?
Yeah, mag.
The robot gun thing. So he's like,
Yeah.
so we were sharing loot, and then I'm about to leave, and the dude's like, wait, my mag's gone. And all of us are like, wait, what happened to your mag? He's like, I don't know. We shared all of our loot, and now my mag's gone. And so he turns to me, because I was the newcomer to the group. He's like, you must have it. I'm like, dude, I don't have your mag. He's like, well, you know, empty your inventory. There was no trading system. He couldn't see my inventory. So he said, hey, empty your inventory so I can see that you don't have it. I said, and I, being an idiot, because I was 12 at the time or something like that, was like, okay, sure, I can do that. So I empty my inventory, and he takes everything, including my mag.
Yeah,
and then he goes,
because even, like, you get your one free
right,
one.
Right. I forgot about this room. So he goes, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. That's not the move I want to do. Let me move. So, you know, he said, okay, tell you what, I'm going to take yours. When you decide to give me mine back, you can come back to me. Well, if you don't have a mag, there's no way you're doing anything else. At least at that point in the game at that time.
Yeah.
So, I'm just fucked. The only way to get a new mag is to create a new account. Because there's one character per account. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what to do. So I tried, I sent a complaint to the GMs, and then like, okay, well, I don't know what to do. Came back the next day, dude had mailed me saying, dude, I am so sorry. I found it in my, in my item box, literally the next day. And so, he came back, hold on one second. He came back, gave me my shit back, and then he's like, I was a dumbass. Here, let me give you some really high level gear as an apology. And he gave me some shit that was okay, come on. There we go. He gave me some shit that, to be fair, was really powerful and really swag. But sorry. TV actually turned off, had to turn it back on, had to resync the video, all that good stuff. So he did give me this shit, but by that time, I wasn't interested in the game anymore. Like, he literally ruined the game for me.
Yeah, assholes do that.
That is my one and only experience with Phantasy Star.
They've actually changed it up a bit. Now you can no longer directly trade with
triple
players.
kill.
Like, in Phantasy Star Online 2, you can't actually give shit like mags to other players. You can drop common things like the various mates and atomizers, but that's it. To do actual trading, you have to sell the item on a market board, and you can only get market board if you're either a premium player or you get a drop from exchanging fun points, which you can get from X cubes and shit.
Okay.
And they're not hard to get.
1 second. This fight actually sucks.
Yep.
There we go. Triple fatal draw? Yes, please. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, the game never had an appeal for me.
Well, it's an early game. Like, they're really grindy, because that's just the kind of game they were.
Well, my understanding is, like, people were asking for them to bring one of the Phantasy Stars to Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. That's online too.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
There's like this bubble that wants to come say hi to me.
And it actually is on Switch now. It's still over in Japan because they're worried about the popularity of it. Because Phantasy Star has a really outspoken group that really enjoy it, but it's not a really huge group to begin with. So they have to look at it from like a financial thing. Would the upkeep of the servers be worth it for something that's essentially free, considering they get most of their income from people getting like cosmetic stuff through microtransactions. There's no pay to win.
I mean, that's the way of the future. It really is.
Yeah, like it's microtransactions for cosmetics. No like game-breaking shit they can get. But the thing in Japan is like that brings in money because they like decorating their rooms. They like having their character look unique.
Well, Americans do too. I was reading a thing that was talking about
but not to the same degree. Like they're not gonna drop $60 to buy a little fucking pet for your room when they can just like get something cheaper for free, essentially.
I mean, you're not really wrong, but I don't know.
Like you got some people who are all about whaling, but the majority of people aren't like that.
For those who don't get the joke, the majority of you, Final Fantasy XIV recently had a brand new mount come out that is this gigantic blue whale that's $30 to get it. And
no, the term whaling has been along a lot longer.
You're talking about that type of whale. Okay, yeah. I thought you were actually referencing Final Fantasy.
No, I was referencing like actual whaling, as in like people who just spend exorbitant amounts of money on video games.
See, I know whaling in like the gambling sense. You know, whales.
Yeah, it's used interchangeably. But yeah, it's just amusing.
Okay, I didn't actually want water bombs for that, but considering I'm almost never going to use water bombs for the remainder of the game.
However, I do think Yoshida was well aware of that. That's why he had the mount made.
I mean, yeah, like he knows people will buy a mount even though it's that damn expensive.
It's like you are literally whaling.
I don't know if that term is in the general, you know, English lexicon though.
Oh no, it's synonymous. Even people in Japan call it whaling.
Well, in the land of whale meat,
they don't actually eat whale. That's more of an Inuit thing.
I thought that was actually a thing that did happen. That it was actually a delicacy.
No, that's shark.
Well, no, I've had shark. I've had shark's fin soup, but I remember there was this really silly, like, sexual but not at all anime that I watched called Jungle de Ikoku.
Oh god.
Okay, so you're familiar with this.
Oh god.
Oh my god, I finally found someone who knows it. Okay, so the story on this one. So I was like 10 or something. And it was God, what it was it was Independence Day. And we went up to my friend's house. Now, my friend lived up in oh god, how do I open this again? My friend lived up in on Cheyenne Mountain in a very well-to-do area. Like my friend's dad was loaded. And, you know, very, very well-to-do. They actually literally had a mansion that had its own, like, elevator, its own in-home theater, all that stuff. And, we played some of, like, the PS2 Dragon Ball fighting game, which I guess had just come out at the time. So that should tell you how long ago this was.
I think that was Dragon Ball Budokai, the first one.
That sounds about right, yeah. So we were playing that, and then then his older brother, who was, you know, significantly older, like teenage, we're like 10, goes, hey, I'm gonna watch some anime. And we're like, cool, let's go watch. So we go into not the home theater play area of the house. But we go into it's a fairly large, like, downstairs living room with a big screen TV. Like, again, these people were loaded. And so we watched an episode of Dragon Ball. It's actually one of the, like, 5 episodes of Dragon Ball I have ever watched. So we watched an episode of Dragon Ball, and then he puts on this thing. So it is a, like, 3-episode mini-series about a girl whose dad is, like, an archaeologist or something, and he brings home this special, like, fertility idol. And it just so happens that this fertility idol is a sealing mechanism for a demon of catastrophe. And the little girl does not know this, obviously. Are those are Gyptos, right? I think those are Gyptos. So she's completely unaware of the badness that is about to happen. So she pulls the gems off the fertility idol off and fashions them into earrings. Well, this is just enough to no. Bad. Nope, don't you dare. So, doing this unseals the seal on the Demon of Catastrophe, and he comes out. And it turns out he's like this little child who will eventually just destroy the world. So, a perverted old man spirit shows up and tells her that because she unsealed him, she's the only one who can seal him back, and she must take upon her the power of the fertility goddess. And that's what she will use to actually, like, seal him away. And the dance that she has to do requires humping the air. And during one point, when he's showing her the dance, his codpiece outright pierces her panties. Now, this is important to note because, once again, this girl is, like, 6. Like, young. Or maybe not 6, maybe, like, 12. But she's supposed to be young. She's intended to be young. And it's just a weird show all around.
Yeah.
But
oh god.
But there is a specific scene in this where and the reason I bring it up, where the catastrophe demon, he's trying to figure out what he wants to eat, and he overhears her dad talking about whale meat being just for, like, with the well-to-do. He says he wants whale meat. She says you can't get that because it's too expensive. And he literally floods, I think it's Kyoto, and then causes a whale to show up just in the middle of the day. And then the Japanese military, for some reason, decide this is a major threat. Now, keep in mind, half of Kyoto is, like, underwater, so there's a reason they think it's a threat. But it's, like, 12 feet underwater. But they summon, like, Harriers to come in and nuke the thing. And it explodes in gigantic chunks of whale meat flying everywhere. And eventually, the dad does, pick up a piece of whale meat and they eat it for dinner. But that's why I thought that it was actually a thing that actually happened.
No, it's one of those things. It's like the Chinese and taking, like, tiger penis or rhino horn. Like, it's a banned substance, but the wealthy can still get it. So,
this is gonna suck.
Like, the Japanese military coming out to deal with it. That wouldn't actually happen. But
well, I imagine, like, the Japanese would not send out a, like, armed F-14 and then shoot a Hellfire missile at a whale. Yes.
Like, obviously, that's just taking the comedic piss out of things.